Welcome back into Daytime, Alabama from the National Veteran Shrine and Register of Honor at American Village.
You know, some families are called to a very special area of ministry. They're called to be foster families. And we want to introduce you today to a very special family. I am with Promese Perry in her beautiful home in Bessemer, and she has been a foster parent for about 6 years now, right?
Yes, sir.
And to say that your first effort at this worked out well is an understatement. Tell me a little bit, first of all, about why you decided to do this. What was in your heart that made you decide to do this?
Well, Ken, I was seeing so many children abused, neglected, abandoned, and I wanted to be a solution to the problem. And so I decided to be a foster parent. I wanted to open up my heart and my home to create some normalcy rather, in my home for the children.
And you know, a lot of people think that, gee, I'm interested in being a foster parent, but I'm not perfect, I'm not a professional guidance counselor, I'm not a professor, but you don't have to be a perfect parent, do you?
No, you don't. You do not have to be a perfect parent to do this at all. Sometimes this could be a little bit challenging, and I encourage anyone that wants to be a foster parent to seek support. Sometimes prayer helps. A
lot.
Yes, it does.
Always true.
So it can be challenging at times. Having a child, especially for me, because I'm a therapeutic foster parent, and sometimes that can be a little difficult with some of the children's behaviors, but the children need you. And I'll tell anyone that's wanting to be a foster parent, don't give up on the children, because they need you.
They need love, they need patience. They don't need necessarily some sort of brilliant academic tutoring or anything like that.
No, they don't. They need to be nurtured, and like you said, they do need love. They need to be respected as an individual. So, and that's what I do. I enjoy what I do. And
so 6 years ago, you adopted a little boy.
Actually,
I'm sorry, you got involved in foster parenting.
Yes, I did.
And now you've adopted this child.
Yes.
That was a big decision.
Yes, it was. When I started fostering, I had no idea that I was going to adopt a child.
Now, that wasn't your intention.
No, that wasn't my intentions at all. But when this child came into my home, and just to be able to see gradual changes in a child, and to move from one transition, and then they begin to trust you, and it just makes a huge difference. And the children, they're usually placed in one home, and then they're moved to the next and moved to the next. And this particular child, we just grew to love each other, and he began to open up, and he became up for adoption. And
you wanted to become mom.
Yes. Yes,
Real
I
mom.
did. Yes, I wanted to become mom.
It's just a wonderful ending to the story. And then you've gone on to foster a girl, right?
Yes, I have. I'm fostering a girl, and I adopted a boy in 2013, and it is my goal to adopt her this year. And so I'll have a little boy and a little girl in my home.
They have been a blessing to you, and you have been the ultimate blessing to them. Tell me a little bit about Gateway and how they've assisted you and how they've played such a key role in the process.
Oh, wow. Words cannot describe the support that I have received from Gateway. I will put them on a pedestal. I take my hat off to the entire staff. They are the best foster care agency here in the state of Alabama, and they have horrendous support and effort towards these children. And
it's important for people to understand that they don't just drop a child off on your doorstep and drive off into the sunset.
No.
They're with you every step of the way.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. They are out here. I have a social worker out once a week. Anything that I need for the children, I can call Gateway. They're right there for me. Well, I can't say enough about them.
There is a tremendous need for foster parenting, and you've been a wonderful example of that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
Promese Perry, a great success story, and if you're considering being a foster parent, go to Gateway and see what they might be able to offer you to help you make that decision. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
She is so much fun to spend a little time around, and she's a perfect example of how being a foster care family has been rewarding for those children and particularly rewarding for her.
Amazing what they're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
we continue our tour at American Village of the National Veteran Shrine and Register of Honor. Stay with us.